whence you came. You are doomed to live in shame.
Alright, welcome back to the WUB Wake Up Believes Morning Vibes. Most high there till 9. And this is July 31st, Wednesday morning, which means that tomorrow, the August 1st, and August 1st, the Emancipation Day. And for a long time in our history, that never mean nothing to anybody around here. There was no notice of it, no marking of it, nothing of the kind. Till that started to change, and one of the leading forces behind that change, they're in the house right now, Sister Yaya Marine Coleman, and along with Sister Yaya, a legend that requires or needs no introduction at all. And in fact, the second visit to Belize, we have in the house Mutabaruka. We are very honored to have this lion in the house. Greetings and welcome to the show, you both.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Nice to be here after 20 odd years.
20 odd years.
Yes, so all my people out there never did born it.
I actually had hair on my head 20 odd years ago when you come, Muta. What are your recollections about the first time when you come to Belize?
I was just showing the brethren a house behind the stage studio there, where I have the stilt, the house them on stilts. That was a recollection the first time. That was a recollection.
Yeah.
The first time I came here, that was what struck me, that all of the house them that I saw was on stilts.
Right.
So I was assuming that the place is below sea level, so when the rain come, the house them get flooded, so they put them on stilts. And I remember in Jamaica, we had house bottom, where we could go and play our dolly house under the house bottom. So that was my first thing that I remember, that wow, someone's house on stilts, you know. And then the language, how they speak, Jamaica, it sounds like Jamaican in a deeper way.
Yeah. I know that, I know some Belizean when they go study at Jamaica, or lived at Jamaica, they were accused of Jamaicans of stealing their patois.
I can't steal language.
That were wrong with you to try talk like we.
Well, you know, we talk English and we never steal English.
Yeah.
You know, and the patois, well, I don't want to call it patois, it's a language, you know. It have its own thing, but it's not stealing, it's that we as Africans were separated during slavery, you know, talk different languages, and in order not to make us communicate with each other, them separate, you know, this from that. So over the years, we try to speak like all of the colonial masters, and it come out in a unique way. You know, the Dutch catch with the French, the Spaniards, the English. So we create that language to communicate amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like a stealing.
I remember one of the memories I have when you come the first time, when you made the talk in an interview, because when you come that time, that if you want a kind of concert performance thing, right?
Reading,
yes. Yeah. So I remember you saying at the interview, say, yo, when you go to Jamaica, you have to tell them that Belize in the media space, people comfortable to talk. The patois, they don't like everybody this
I did.
Yes. So like that's something where you may put out there. And I mean like I always have the belief that in Jamaica it was free up. You could talk, English could talk.
No, it's free up, but you know, sometimes we're independent, but we still depend. What in Jamaica, the language of normal Jamaican talk is seen as not a good language, it's a bad language, it's a bastardization of English. You know, Miss Louise Bennett, who come and show me say, but English is not really a real language. It's a bastardization of French, Italian, you know, German and thing. But what happens is that people look down upon people who talk that way because they feel say it's uneducated people speak that way. They're supposed to speak proper English. When really actually if you go to England, no Englishman talk proper English unless him in the House of Lords. You know, if you listen to the English spoken in the House of Lords, as it relates to the people them who dep on the road, it's a totally different thing. And nobody call them language bad language. You know, Cockney is one of the things them when English talk, and nobody call it bad language.
Nobody call it bad language. Yeah. No, I got one confession to make, Mutabaruka. The first time I know there's a Mutabaruka, my pop bring home the album Check It.
Check It. First album.
And I look on the album, and I'm familiar with reggae music. He had like the Bob Marley album and so on. So you have that familiarity with that. But I look, I say, but who this brother, yeah? But then when you put on a record, no, and the song will really say like this song a different energy. The Angola invasion, I like the introduction and the vibes of that message there, like that me a different energy.
Yeah.
Right? That never something where I may right away where I say, you know, like when they first give like people like give children liquor, and when the first time they taste the liquor, I remember the first time they give me whiskey, which they should not have, right? But they give me whiskey, and the first time you taste it, you spit it out. Your first reaction of that you said this harsh, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I knew you don't agree, but then as you get older, whiskey become one thing we like, right?
Yeah, well, if I drink it, I don't like it. That's the only reason why I drink it, if I didn't like it. Yeah.
So that was it. Like the first time you get that raw confrontational energy of Mutabaruka. Like, what? Go on, no.
Yeah. Well,
and then after that, you realize.
Well, you know, it's weird that you say Angola invasion, because most people will buck up say it's not good to stay in a white man country too long.
Yeah.
Them thing, our next person that say sit down on the wall and watch me.
Yeah.
But that album launched Mutabaruka out there as a poet, a dub poet, them call it.
Yeah.
But as you say, it's very harsh for a lot of people. And not only that, but when we perform it is also harsh, because the first time I left Jamaica and go to California, in a UCLA go perform, we come on the stage without shirt, without shoes, short pants, and we have chain on our hand, and we have a big backdrop with Africa, and at that time South Africa still a search for them liberation, and we had the Russian and the American flag broken in the South Africa with fire around it. So it's the first time people that was in awe, that who's this guy? And then we sing we had this poem there, it's not good to stay in a white man country too long. So you can just imagine like thousands of white people out there listen to this youth who are come from Jamaica. I say that, it freaked them out. You know, but it launched us and we started to do tours in America. And,
you
know.
I guess my thing that me never the message or the words or the content, that me just the presentation will be different rhythmically from where I deal with coming up as a
yeah. So it's a more, what you call it, dramatic presentation. It's a sound that you start to visualize. Yeah. And that is really how we try to put the poetry. The poetry is performing poetry. You can see what the person's saying.
All right.
Yeah.
No, one of the things I always say to Sister Yaya when she come is that I consider it one morning off, because she full of language and lyrics and communication. So I don't have much work to do. This morning, that like vacation morning for me, because not only Yaya there, where once she get the mic, she gone. You that times 10, like powerful language. You have your how long has the Cutting Edge Show been going on area?
26 years.
26 years.
I remember next one now, I'm Stepping Razor.
Okay, so that's
about the 6 years.
For which night that?
For the same radio station, RFM.
For a different night?
Well, no, in the day. This one come prime time from 2 to 6.
All right.
In the day, Thursday.
So you still produce content as an artist?
You mean poetry?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, man, we go up on the road and do poetry, we go up on the road. Just like how we came here without a band.
Yeah.
We came here without a band the first time. We go all over the world. We're up on big stage with any big artist, then thousands, tens of thousands of people out there. And we just stand up me one on the stage and read the poetry.
All right. Dealing with, I imagine that you've gotten the sense that Emancipation Day, that believes, unfortunately, that a recent thing, because for a very long period of time, there was no consciousness of
memories,
it. Nobody's saying anything about it. Like August 1st, I mean, just another day. In other Caribbean countries, August 1st at least is something where people recognize.
Celebrate.
That Belize, no kind of recognition. That like there's grown people you find out, oh, you know what, August 1st have some significance to you as an African, but not a Belize. So this is one tremendous effort on the part of Sister Yaya and WUB Educational Foundation for say, listen, we take August 1st and we are declare this space ours and we promote consciousness with it. No festive, no dance, no concert, no conscious and message and knowledge. So whether your vision, your message, because you want just to, you want to say what will be the lineup for Muta and the Emancipation Day activities, but your vision coming to Belize for mark August 1st.
Well, Belize is not alone in the disconnect, you know. Jamaica, we say Emancipation Day is a disconnect because if you go to Jamaica right now, if you listen to a radio station right now, especially IRFM, you're going to hear pure advertisement. And all of the advertisement is about some party or dance or some session where it don't have nothing to do with Emancipation Day. Emancipation Day was there already and then take it off of the calendar. It's we as Rasta fight and say, no, I don't have 6 August, which is Independence Day. And Emancipation Day is more important to us than that, and them do have it. So them put it back. But in putting it back, there is no direct celebration for that day in Jamaica. You know, so when you say Belize, the name is one thing, but as I say, if you go to Jamaica, it's pure party, the youth them and people them there, they're not really interested in emancipation. They don't know it's a holiday, because it is a holiday. Tomorrow is a holiday.
All right.
And the only thing that recognizes Emancipation Day in Jamaica is tonight, when they say at 12 o'clock, they have this thing at Civil. Civil Great House is one of them slave houses where, you know, them used to even bury slaves there. And then you have what you call now a gathering of people where them going at the old time, you know, you have the revivalists, Pocomania, you have the drumming, you know, chocolate tea, whatever you used to have, and people recite poetry. I think that's the only thing there, where it's a national event for Emancipation Day. And after that, that's it.
All right. Sister Yaya, just so that we bring you in, because this is the longest I ever keep you up on the bench.
I'm good.
Talk to the people, Emancipation Day 2019.
Yes, WUB Educational Foundation, with community partners, Image Factory, Art Foundation, and I have to say all them people name what to collaborate with. Amandala, Creme TV, Creme Radio, Gateway Youth Center, Niche, the Best Western Plus Plaza, individual Belizeans. I don't call her a name, I don't tell me to call her a name, and I don't want, some people want to remain anonymous, but I know who, and from the heart, thanks. We still the fundraise. My number is 671-8050, because some people make pledge. I want to call and text you, or not answer me. I know who you are. So please link me. National Library Service, the Office of the Prime Minister, the Office of the Auditor General, Social Security Board, Smart Belize Water Service Limited. And so the collective group are we 181 years ago, August 1st, 1838. The British enslaver, Calico brother said they had all kind of enslaver, Portuguese, Dutch, Spaniards, French, you name it. But in the British colonies, our African ancestors get a physical liberation, August 1st, so 181 years ago. So my understanding is that WUB Educational Foundation had recognition of this day before. Under my leadership as a chairperson, this is the 6th consecutive year, and it's a collective of people. Sister, respect due to Sister Virginia Eccles, because she was the one who said, listen, we have to start to consistently celebrate Emancipation Day. I have to big up the people who work on the committee right now, Nzinga, Nicolette Foreman, Evan X. Hyde, Pambana Bassett, Musile for being a good life support, immediate family, drivers, Rufus X, Polo, Kwame Scott, respect due. So, tonight, from 9 to midnight. And this big for Creme Radio. Big, big. Mutabaruka with cutting edge. It's a consciousness talk show from 9 to midnight tonight. Download the Creme Radio app. We're also live streaming, but we recommend you download the Creme Radio app. My brother, they promote it. Even when we did at Jamaica, they promote that cutting edge one upon Creme Radio tonight. Tomorrow morning, Emancipation Morning from 6 to 7 a.m., Marine Parade in front of Golden Bay. We have drumming, libation, and flower petal releasing in the water for recognize your ancestors. And then in the evening, Gateway Youth Center in Belize City by Gwen Liz High School, Mutabaruka with the theme Free Your Mind. Every year you be free your mind. Every year, long as I got birth, the Free Your Mind will be the theme. And so Mutabaruka will have the community conversation. Now, every other year, that's from 7 to 9, right? See laugh. Mutabaruka looked at me yesterday and say, 7 to 9. So the way they watch me, I just say, that must be too long. So I say, we could be an hour if that's what you want to say. Oh, man, it's a shot. So I gone back and asked the people, we could go till 10 and they said good. So this year, yeah, be from 7 to 10 at Gateway Youth Center. Indeed, Creme Radio will be broadcasting, but we recommend that you come out in person. You know, nothing like the day and feel the energy for yourself. Last night we had a meet and greet at our Library of African and Indigenous Studies. Serious vibrations, real conversation. One of the things that really resonate while the food the devil our eat. I talk about what we eat. What would they eat? What would they put in our body? The sickness we have. I mean, I'm worried. I don't know how much of the younger generation familiar with the brother. So there was a certain age group of people really. So this is one opportunity for one generation gap connect right yourself. So remember tonight from 9 to midnight, Creme Radio Cutting Edge. First time, that Belize. Tomorrow morning, 6 to 7 a.m., Marine Parade in front of Golden Bay for drumming, libation, flower petal release to our ancestors. Because 181 years ago, that same water, that same water they by force bring for we ancestors. So we have to give respect due to our ancestors at all times. And then tomorrow evening from 7 to 10, Gateway Youth Center in Belize City. Respect due. Respect due. Brother just come here. I have to heal up, man. So yes, Mose, that's it.
All right. Just a minute, mention to the people, I know that my brother may actually call in earlier. You could free up and get in some calls while we got Mutabaruka here. So if you want to greet the brother, you can do that right now. Telephone numbers are 280-4299 as well as 222-4299. Then the lines, you link up with me and talk to it. I am sure that you're there about a little less than 24 hours now, and I know that your people reason with you. So, what are your thoughts, 2019, Belize so far?
You know, I just mentioned something just a while ago about the time. Just say the thing going on for 2 hours, you know, because I have experience of these talking, kind of like a stage show where 1.5 hours you come off of the stage and you're done and you're gone home. It's something where you interaction, and I know that because the enthusiasm, you know, people listen to me all the while, and the enthusiasm for dig me, you know, get at me and say, all right, I'm going to ask him this, or I'm going, you know, just try to twist something when we say a thing. I know, say, and that was what that was happening last night, because last night we started when?
Well, a little after 6.
All right, you see, first of all, black people are really on time. Them not really come place. When you tell them 7, them are come all 9, you know, and that is madness. But that is how it goes. So, me I figure it in my head, say, well, if you tell them 6, them will come 7. And when you them start talking, when you start to say question, the man have to make statement. So man have to want to talk like his field program. So I said, don't work away there. And last night it happened because we start 6. Hardly anybody was there. Yeah. And then when we start now, everybody come. And then now, me go open, the floor go open now, and you know, say some big sledgehammer mine at the floor. Because everybody want grab the other thing there. So that is really why I did suggest to her. Yeah. But in coming here now, my impressions are here now. As I say about the steel house, them, I hardly see any of them. I don't know if it's the area where I don't see so much of them again. But I realize, like anywhere else most of the time, 20 odd years, you must have some more developments. And I was very pleased when I got to the raw food place.
Sister India.
Because I was in Florida and I said, you know, so I go and buy up some things and bring because I don't want to cost nobody down there. Because if I go down there, because my food very important. And if I go there and a man come show me chunks and a 7-day place to just sell, you know, steel nuts, I'm going to go vex. So when the sister tell me say that place exists, and not only exists, but the sister who operated, she was taught by a good friend of mine, which is one of the best raw food chefs in the world, Iris. And I was quite, I enjoyed it. Actually, I pulled up the fridge of pear juice. I bought up pear juice. I mean, everybody wonder, where am I doing so much juice? But me, the man where, me in my hotel room, I watch TV, because I'm not going nowhere. Unless you tell me, say, this or this, so I see something of interest. But I was very pleased. So it is nice. Belize, I see a whole heap of building gone up, and I see them make road, like everywhere else, Jamaica, you know, and yeah, I guess the politicians are the same, corrupt and not so good and all these things. So it's not different. It's the same. It's the same people, you know. The whole of the company, the same boat, you know. Them just drop somewhere, so drop somewhere there, so drop somewhere there. So, but it's the same people governed by the same colonial masters trying to come out of it and confused. It's the same religion that confuses the people then trying to come out of it and pressuring away. So Belize is nice.
We got some call. WUB morning. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
Greetings and Alafia. Welcome again, brother Mutabaruka.
I sound like you live at St. Mary.
You're there, Dad.
I give thanks.
Give thanks, and welcome.
Yeah, man, thank you.
All right, Sister Zingha.
And yes, and all I wanted to do is just to say that Emancipation Day, I was one of the few people who was liaison for Muta back then. So I'm glad I'm back home to see him on the line.
All right, give thanks.
All right, respect.
Thanks, Sister Nzinga.
You're welcome, sister.
All right, we got another call, JC. All right, straight. I just want to throw some things out at you, and you just vibes.
But you know, when I was here the last time, somebody came and showed me Liberty Hall where Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
And that also was very pleasing because I never did know that Marcus Garvey had a Liberty Hall here. I know him have Liberty Hall in a certain island, St. Lucia and places, but to come here and see a Liberty Hall, it was.
Have you been able to get one background of that, at least as it relates to Isaiah Morta and his involvement financially in supporting the movement? Yes, because Isaiah Morta made himself like a rich man off a coconut. He was called the Coconut King.
Okay.
And he's put his dollars where he's supposed to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Well, Isaiah Morta was, I believe, one part of the story where
Marcus Garvey. That's interesting. I never know that.
I think there's written material.
In the philosophy and opinion of Marcus Garvey, there's a full-page ad of Isaiah Mott. I was shocked because I didn't know until I read the book and I saw him that he was so prominent. Yes.
Yes, I mean, right now as we speak, there's a celebration taking place in Ghana, the year of return. They declare the year of return, and there's a lot of people, like thousands of people, flying on there to celebrate it. And this day is the main day because what they're going to have the same Emancipation Day celebration, and then they have Banner Fest.
All right.
So
That's in Ghana?
Yeah, IRFM is broadcasting a lot of the events taking place in Ghana back to Jamaica.
Yes. We're going to call WUB. Good morning.
Hey, greetings, brother Mutabaruka. How you
Blessing.
doing? This is High Priest Kwatamani.
High Priest, yes. Good afternoon.
How you feeling? How you feeling, man? You
I'm
out there
feeling
massive?
good if you are feeling good.
Yes, the brethren from Ghana told me to give you greetings. My chummy over there, Brother Justice, he said, give you greetings, and we got to get with people free in our consciousness.
Yeah, man, give thanks, yes. I was there in February, actually.
Yes, he told me, listen, how you eating? How you eating, man?
I am eating. I am okay. That is the first priority anywhere I travel, so you don't have to ask me what I'm eating. Nobody can change me with that. Any promoter can't deal with that.
You know, we up in the jungle, up in Cairo. I'm going to come down to the city and find you, and we got to make sure we vibe on that natural vibration that you're very familiar with.
Okay, okay.
The only thing I'm going to need to know how I'm going to connect up with you. We are a couple of hours away. And,
I was a couple of hours away too. I was like hours away. I had to take me 1 day to reach here, so you only got a couple of hours is nothing.
All right. You want to come to the jungle and eat some fruit, man, or what you want to do?
Well, I'm doing what the promoter is telling me to do here. I go by orders, you know.
All right, well, here's what I'm going to do.
So I go where the sister said.
Here's what I'm going to do. Please, leave a message with Mose, or leave in case you're not around. I'm gonna tell my sons to let's get in the vehicle. I'm gonna head down there now.
Where could that
you know, hey, we got to give some love to each other. A long time, and you know, it's only a few of us left, man.
Bedrin, where could that get Sister Yaya number? Because more likely she want there near or close to the brother for the next couple of days. So yeah, you could.
You have to take our number, because you know when you come along and then you have to go somewhere. And
all right, well, Mose, you'll be around?
Yes, man, but I tell you, you have to get a sister number, because that she want up on spot. So, Sister Yaya, may I give you the number for your Lincoln?
Yes, well, I need Yaya's number.
Yes,
I'm gonna come down and find them. Man, I gotta come find my brotherman, you see?
My number is 671 8050. 671
671
80
8050.
50. Yes, brother.
All right, 671 8050.
Yes, my name is Yaya.
Yaya, I know your name, baby. What we're gonna do, we're gonna bring you to the jungle with us also. This is High Priest Kwatamani, the Kwatamani Royal family, and you know, it's beautiful to see the work that you're continuing to do. And, you know, we give a lot of thanks, praise, and appreciation for you. Want to get you some raw and living foods in you, too, so we can all think better.
Yeah, but look here. You have to remember, so we had our thing planned out already, you know. So it's not a definite that we're going to come with you to go somewhere.
I understand.
Yes, okay.
I know you're on the schedule, but we're going to come down and vibe anyway, you see.
Yeah, okay.
And if we're able to make way, find way, we'll do that. And give thanks to Sister Yaya for even making the effort to give the people something better to think about.
Okay.
All right.
Respect, my
All right. Much love.
Thank you.
Muta, from the entire family, the royal sister and everyone saying greetings to you now, man.
Bless him.
Respect. It's 7:33, and this time check is brought to you by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited.
From the company who brought you Buen Dia freeze-dried coffee, Grace 100% pure Colombian coffee is made in Colombia, considered among the finest coffee regions around the world. Naturally freeze-dried, Grace 100% pure Colombian coffee is exposed to less heat than other coffee brands to preserve the flavor and aroma to make the perfectly convenient cup of coffee you deserve. Have a buenos dias with Grace.
Quality nutrition from generation to generation.
Bringing good taste to life.
All right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Today you said that somebody sent a text.
Yes, someone sent a text wanting to know. The person said, what are the top reasons Muta say why black people don't come out of colonial thinking? And what he think he can do to emancipate our minds? Why black people don't come out of colonial thinking, and what you think you could do for emancipate your minds?
We got a call as well. I'm going to take the call and then you could respond to the question. Baramuta, Krem, good morning, WB. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
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 I'm sort of, is that Wayne Lambert? You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, so I sort of, I'm a member of the Christian Workers Union now for Port Belize.
Yes.
And this morning I also want to call out the Labour Commissioner and the CEO of the Labour Department now. We are trying to have a meeting with the port management for some time now, and we have been refused. And as far as I know, the Christian Workers Union has always had the opportunity to hold meetings on the compound. But since 2004, we've been denied that privilege, so. And so this morning I was going to call out on those bodies, the Labour Commissioner and the CEO in the Labour Department. So we got intervention and allows for a peaceable process where the union has its rights and privileges to meet its member on the compound. We were asking for only 1 hour. You're not demanding anything. We're asking. We send them letters, we send them emails, and they have always been denied. So I know through this medium if this will help, but that's the process I want to take this morning.
What time the protest?
No, we don't have no protest.
Oh, I think they have to hear us say, no, I just want to hear.
No, process. We want them to help the process.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that, God, I don't know what, the thing, it seems to me that agitation seems to stir mud, though. But that's not my philosophy. I believe people work things out in peace to get more done than have to go through contention.
Respect.
You know, so I just calling on these bodies to make an intervention for us so we can have the president, Brother Mose, and the secretary, Brother Neil, to come in and have a talk with the workers at Port Belize.
We link up this evening, Brother Lambi.
Yeah, all right, thanks, Richard.
Respect.
The
question, my brother.
Another one just come into.
About colonialism and why. All right. Well, you see, it's evident that, first of all, most black people don't identify with Africa. Them black like tar and them nappy and everything about them is African. But them have this idea that because I don't born in Africa, I'm not African. My contention is that you don't have to born in Africa to be African, because a cow don't have to born in a cow pen to be a cow. Anyway, a cow born is a cow. If you look at how the people them behave and react to anything African, you realize we're still under colonialism. When you look at how we dress, when you look at what we eating, our religious belief, and our view of the world, though incorporate and include Africa in it. Most people, if they had a choice between going to South Africa or Ghana or New York or Toronto, they're going to choose New York or Toronto. That is direct to colonial mentality. If you look at the political leaders, all of them read the same book that come from England, and our political system is designed from the colonial masters. The democracy that we give credence to is in large a British thing. The law, the courthouse is designed to facilitate British mindset, British thinking, and British logics. That is colonialism. You know, so the question is like a non-entity that, you know, what is it that, you know, we run by, you know. If you listen to our influences, how the youth them get influence, is the Americanization of we thinking, the Americanization of food, of clothes and things. What we can do is education. The first thing is education. Those of us who know and those of us who have the medium and the space to speak, we need to do that more. We need to agitate. You know, African history is not something that most people learn in school, but we learn about Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, Humpty Dumpty. Nobody teaches us Humpty Dumpty. Everybody knows it automatically, which is weird. You know, you never get a homework and say, go home and go study Jack and Jill. But every youth know Jack and Jill went up the hill and we don't know what the hell it means, even though it have a meaning. So we look on the base, the foundation of our living and the way we think. It is all British. If you're in the British colony, it's British. If you're in Haiti, it's French. If you're in Suriname, it's Dutch. You know, and it goes on. If you're in Brazil, it's Portuguese. So you don't have to ask that. You can't see that. Don't when somebody asks and if them don't understand how the root, our roots was taking us and beat up out our way. It's like Africa for Africans, those at home and those abroad. Nobody wants to give clarity to that. Marcus Garvey, I'm going to teach Marcus Garvey in a school. Marcus Garvey is the most influential black man ever on the face of the earth. 20 million strong of a line. But how much you know about Marcus Garvey and how much people one at a time will find ourselves more into the latest extension, the latest eyelash, what Kim Kardashian is doing in America. All of these frivolous thinking. We have the cell phone and we Google some weird thing, go up on YouTube and we're Googling people business. Because we do have, most of us don't have no business on it. So we're always trying to also be narcissistic by posting pictures, especially the female them. Every minute them pose a picture. I don't know how much picture can you post of yourself to change your thinking, because I don't change nothing. So we have to use these kind of medium to facilitate education, because that is the basis and the foundation of all the mindset we change. We have to have a serious revamping of the indoctrination of the colonial system and the colonial masters, whether political or religious, and find ourselves as how we were before the Europeans got to Africa. Because most of the time when they tell you about Africa, we talk about slavery. Slavery is not African history. Slavery is where African history was broken. So we have to go back. You know, they have a word named Sankofa in Ghana, where you go back to retrieve that which was lost, to see how you can use it. And we're not saying you're going to throw away everything European, because there's things that we can use. But when you have a people and then education is designed to keep them in subjugation to the colonial masters, then you know we have a problem. So education, Marcus Garvey says, people without a knowledge of them history is like a tree without root. And history is what defines your present situation. If you don't know your history, you're not going to know how to come out of what you're in now. You know, because there's something that leads us to this. And most black people don't understand how them reach here. So how we evil are cost politician every day, and the politician is the same people then. It's the same man who used to the monks to become a politician. So why when him turn a politician, it's like him change him whole, it's like him become metamorphosized. You know, it's like him change from a butterfly to a jonquil. You know, it's a different person. But it's the same person, same like the police. Police is youth who walk up and down the road and get a job. But when he put on the uniform, it's like him feel him have a certain power. See, so education to me is the key. And how you're going to get education is to use mediums like this to push the agenda.
When you look on leadership in the Caribbean, CARICOM, post-independence, and now 2019, what are your assessment, then collective performance?
All right, we would have thought that CARICOM would be something like the European community, where the group of leaders who lead the people would come together in one foundation to decide the Caribbean problems. What we say is a pulling up this, pulling up this, pulling up that all over the CARICOM. So there's no cohesiveness amongst CARICOM countries. You know, it's power, it's a power game. You know, them say power corrupt and absolute power corrupt absolutely. Well, we say that there is no cohesiveness amongst the Caribbean leaders. Them can't come together in one arm. Not even for the Caribbean Court of Justice, them can't deal with. You know, it's like, you know, we see this thing about the ganja situation, where is one of the main things on the headline and all. The Caribbean leaders can't come together and say that them losing out on a big market, and America realize that America is making billions of dollars of marijuana, what them call medical marijuana. And the most of the marijuana that we know about, I would have said it's Jamaica popularized this thing. It's a Rasta man, but Rasta man go through so much persecution for it. But now we see even the government now plan to plant ganja. And the Rasta man who used to plant it, them ease them out. And you have big companies from Canada and all these places coming, because even Canada, a very conservative country, legalize it. See? So we are looking at the CARICOM thing now, and we say, CARICOM, it's not CARICOM, it's a CARICOM thing. We need some structure.
We have one call. WB, good morning.
Blessed morning.
Morning.
Man, I want to welcome the bedroom to Adara. I want to get direct to my question, because Jamaican known to have a lot of powerful men like the bedroom, and still Jamaica crime that just like Belize one of the worst situation. And
yeah, Jamaica worse though.
I want to know, like, since we have all the powerful guy, like how it hard to reach their youth and their bedroom will last. I mean, I don't really know who that Belize I could look for and say we have a Mutabaruka, and I respect what you did do your message, but I want to know how you know read the crime situation, like to open my eyes or something, and then you tell us when I'm not that just my real question. I want to know, you know, cause like, yeah. I know a lot of them right now they listen to you and think that believe, but how you know affect that Jamaica. That's my thing. Bless up.
Yeah. All right. You see, the crime thing is really a weird thing, you know, because the crime thing, especially in Jamaica, the gun them originally was brought into Jamaica by politicians to maintain power. You know, the two political parties in Jamaica from the 60s, 50s was a power-based organizations where by power by any means necessary. So it's developed from that. Now, what we see now, because of the nearness of America with us, and people now start to travel more, the politician is no more in control of these youth who have gone, because the youth them now have enough money through drugs or whatsoever, to have them own gun. See, so them have to wait for a politician now and fight for a politician. Now them have to fight for them own self. So them have things like scamming, them have things like extortion, where it's them control it, and the politician can't do nothing about it. Now the politician have tried to change something with them start. It's really weird, because politicians started, them can't control it now, them have tried to cut it off. And claim now, say, them are hold up the man like them not guilty. The politician them is the main culprit of crime we are going on in Jamaica. Corruption is at its highest level. And what we see is that if most of the gun come from America, how come the Americans them can't stop things from coming out to them country so much, but them can't stop the thing them from come out of them country? Is there a deliberate move to corrupt the countries where it's seeking independence politically and economically from them? Or is it that there is a conspiracy to keep the people them in subjugation? And one of the places to keep them in subjugation is to use this crime thing for ransack the people them head. Because now, I mean, in Jamaica is the worst place when it comes out to criminality, gun thing. But we see it all over the Caribbean. Why is it that in Europe, I mean, in Norway you have prisons that don't have no wall, right? The crime rate in Gambia, 4 people get murdered in 1 year. I mean, it's ridiculous. In Africa, even though they tell you say Africa is a terrible place, but when you look on where we are going in the Caribbean and so, remember Colombia was a dangerous place. All the Colombians them ease the crime rate with all its drugs and things. we say that I personally feel that there is a conspiracy. And people don't talk about conspiracy because it's a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy don't mean anything wrong. Conspiracy, you need more evidence to know if it's wrong or it's right. So I am seeing that there is a conspiracy because if you go up on a plane, you have to take off your shoes, you have to take off this, you have to take off that to go in America. How is it that so much gun left American shores for coming to Belize, for coming to Haiti, for reaching to Jamaica, and nobody can stop it? And the government, them at the Caribbean, can't sit down with these guys. Because we see a lot of them go the other day, go sit down with Trump. None of them don't mention nothing about that. It's him to tell them what to do. Them not tell them about what we have a crime problem, and one of the main crime problems is that the gun them are come from your country. What can we do to stem that? If we have some drugs, man, thing and I carry go to America, you hear say them are going to charge the government of Jamaica. There was a time when them used to, if a plane land in New York with ganja, them hold on the plane and the plane can't move unless them charge a whole proportion of money. So how come now so much drugs are going up for them country and them can't stem it? But the gun them will come out for kill our people, uneducated, suffering people who are trying to make ends meet. And the only way them can make ends meet is to do some serious criminal activity. And them can't stop it. And the governments of the Caribbean don't have the balls to say, ease up. I could talk to them about this thing. Because that's the main thing. The gun them are coming into the Caribbean is coming from America. The drugs them that is going into America. Every day you hear them the Mexican them. Look how them label the Mexican them. Them label the Mexican them all sort of thing. The president of America. Yet still the drugs still going to America. The drugs going into America and them stem it. But now them have to make a close the borders them to stop that. Alright, so them have make an effort to don't make the drugs come in there. But guess what? Look on the Caribbean now. Poor little people them still on a colonial system. The British control the British control Belize, the British control Jamaica because the Queen is still the head of state. And even though people want to say it's a symbolism, the waters around Belize is owned by the Queen and her successors because she's still the Queen of Belize, she's still the Queen of Jamaica. The government, the Prime Minister, I was making the point last night, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, his wife is not the First Lady because Jamaica is not a republic. If you go to America, the First Lady is the President's wife. The First Lady in the British colonies is the Governor General wife. See? So that show we're playing up. So even though we are talking about independence, we're independent to the point that yeah, we can kill one another and sometimes get away with it. But in terms of development and attitude and behavior, we are still maintained and operated by a system that don't give a hell about black people.
We have on WUB, good morning. Good morning. All right, the caller gone. And we know that this is only one word that call one previews like a trailer for the movie. Right? So don't feel like that the full course meal they get right here. We just make you understand that when Sister Yaya said that cutting edge could actually depend criminal, like really and truly, like seriously, like you would ask if that could happen. Like that they happen tonight, 9 o'clock till 12, and I don't know the cars when they come in or.
Yeah, man, we can't take. I mean, I don't know set up the studio, but just like how we do it in Jamaica,
Yeah. Yes.
we play music, we talk, we make people them talk. You know, we play music and we discuss different things.
WB, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mutabaruka.
Good afternoon, good morning, sir. Keep saying
So
afternoon.
long time me are strong on the wall and watch your watch.
Hey, that picture you confused me, you know. Me think say was outside me and look for, you know. Me think outside me and look for, but
Muta, because you're back, you know?
yeah.
You remember the last time you came here, we sit down by a Ming shop and we dumpling. You remember Rasta Ming?
Me and you are eat dumplings.
Eh?
Or you did I eat the dumplings?
Muta, you remember Ming?
Oh, must remember your brother on TV, I can't see you.
Eh?
No, I understand the question if you remember you.
Yeah, well,
You can't up on the radio, you know. I can't see you.
Well, we have to have you back, Aya.
Give
And,
thanks,
you know,
man.
yeah, man, God blessings, and
Yeah.
you can forward to, you know, link up and things same.
All right, so I hope you're there, the things for
Yeah, man, bless
Thursday.
Friday.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, blessed.
Yeah, man, just repeat the schedule so for
Yes.
people who just the line up and just the tune in that how Mutabaruka end up on WUB this morning and the whole purpose of the visit. We go to Sister Yaya to push the details.
Respect. Yes, UBAD Educational Foundation. I tell people at the social armor zinc fence. Only black-owned media empire in the region, TV, radio, and print. Kremandala. The 13th of August, we recognize the 50th anniversary of a Mandala newspaper. So, UBAD Educational Foundation and Image Factory Art Foundation work on 3 primary actions. We did the 1919 Revolution Remembrance Day, July 22nd and 23rd. The next action, the Emancipation Day, which is August 1st. 181 years ago, August 1st, 1838, the enslavers, the British, and you have more than different enslavers. If you're just a tuning, you have the French, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the British, the Spaniards. And so for people mean that the former British colonies, Belize are one of their country, August 1st, the Emancipation Day, when we African ancestors get physically free. We're still mentally enslaved, that's why the team that free your mind, get physically free. And so we're bringing in with brother Mutabaruka, conscious brother, and among a lot of other things, they have this conscious talk show named Cutting Edge for 20-something years. So tonight, and I usually put on Wednesday night, so even after Mutabaruka go back, we'll go still link in to Cutting Edge. We go to IRA FM website, I want to link in to Cutting Edge. So yeah, and they on from 9 to midnight tonight on Creme Radio. You want to stop me to take the call because we're going to call up and I think we're going to do credits.
WUB, morning.
Yeah, morning, Brother Moses, Sister Yaya.
Morning, brother.
Morning.
Brother Muta.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Belize.
Yes, sir. Give thanks.
Virgin, I want to know that I start write poems because of you, Virgin. Right? So, you inspire me for the sunning.
Yes.
And I give thanks.
Okay, thank you very much.
Muta, but I need you to know that a lot of our people in Belize is waking up to the reality of what is going on.
Yes.
And indeed, as you rightly state, it is a conspiracy. And it is a conspiracy that is founded, if we know the scriptures, it is in scriptures. When Pharaoh said to his wise men, he said, come let us deal wisely with them, unless they join on to our enemy and come against us. Black people have been the only people enslaved for over 400 years. And as we read the narrative of the Bible, sometimes we look back, not realizing that it is presently happening. And so all over the world, globally, black people is affected by violence, crime, drugs. It is indeed a conspiracy. And the sooner we get knowledge of self, the sooner we will begin to free ourselves. You rightly stated that the most Honorable Marcus Garvey said, a people without the knowledge of their past is like a tree without a roots. And there's an African proverb that says, man, know thyself. It is the knowledge of self that our people need. And if that knowledge of self is not attained, then the problems that we face will never disappear.
Yes,
Peace,
sir.
my brother. Welcome to Belize
agree with
again.
you.
Respect.
And you know the weirdest thing, our problem we have with the educational system and the religious system is that the people them who's teaching, people who teach you believe them know. And they were taught by people who believe them know. So it's not based off of knowledge, it's based off of what you believe you know. And you bring it out in there because you know the first person who got a PhD, who gave him a PhD, never had no PhD. You know, and everybody forced him have a PhD. But the man they got through certain experiences. Because that's why them say experience teach wisdom. You know, see it, and belief is doubt. Knowledge is understanding. A lot of us contend with belief. Every time you hear people talk, well, my belief said this and my belief said that. And then you say, so what you know, you see, what you know, you have to know to go through. And if you keep believing things, it's like a ship that's without no rudder upon the sea, you just go anywhere people catch you. And that is really the place where black people there. Black people in a position of belief, not knowledge. And that is really what we are searching for.
WUB, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Mutabaruka. Welcome to Believe.
Yeah,
Morning,
give thanks, man.
Morning.
As the man rightfully stated about the First Lady who are governor of the country, because I remember clearly I went to the brother Chronix concert the last time he was here. And before Chronix sing Captured Land, Chronix remind us that we are dependent because the Queen head is still on our money as the head of our state. So we are not even independent. And as Muta explained, who is the First Lady of our country, who is governing our country. Man, you got to think deep into this. And I say again, believe that, come out to the Chronix concert, message in the music, listen to Mutabaruka. Our frame of mind, our mentality needs to start changing. Morning, believe.
Respect. So make a wrap up. Emancipation Day, August 1st, Thursday morning, from 6 to 7 a.m. We're under by Marine Parade in front of Golden Bay for libation, drumming, flower petal release. Connect back with ancestors. We're supposed to stay connected with the ancestors all the time. In this particular moment, because Emancipation Day, we're intentionally going at a space that a body of water to recognize that we know that the Hokong, just like what I said earlier, this is a part of the boat drop for we ancestors are. And then later on in the evening, from 7 to 10, 3 hours, Gateway Youth Center in Belize City by Gwenlis High School, Creme TV and Creme Radio want to broadcast it live. That no means that will not come out. Will not come out 7 to 10 Thursday night. From 7 to 10, Gateway Youth Center, Mutabaruka, will be the lead conversation started on interactive engagement with community members. The theme is free your mind. Only you could actually free your mind. Your mind. So that individual choice you make for come, and an individual choice you make for engage in however you choose to engage. Respect again to our community partners. Lock in Creme TV, Creme FM. Tonight, 9 to midnight, download the Creme Radio app.
And we take this last call. WB, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
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 Muta, you know, you have to say a dog poetry from the time when you come here and you got a bird's eye. Remember? You got a bird's eye. But I want you to say a dog poetry. I know some area stuff. But you have.
Well, if you come Thursday, you will hear it, you know. Because you're going to hear it now and just say, Chum, me hear that already. So. Come Thursday. Yeah, just come Thursday, man. We're going to do all poetry too.
I think the man asked about how you get access to your new work.
Oh, I think him say I must do one. You never said that?
No idea about access to your new work.
Oh, the new work. Okay. Well, everybody go up on YouTube now. That's why we can't make no money out of music again. So we have to tour to make money now. But go up on YouTube, brethren.
Respect.
Let's put Mutabaruka. If you put Mutabaruka in there, you could have some things where
yes.
Enough things. So, but if you want the music, go up on YouTube. All of the music them up on YouTube. Yeah? I can't tell you nothing else right now because I don't make no money when you go up on YouTube. But what to do? You have to just work with that.
The money, yeah, you united to the money and me united to the money too.
Yeah.
All right. Respect, brother. At least for now, on this show, Mutabaruka, it's been an honor to have you here.
Okay.
Give thanks indeed. But you got Belize Frontier right now, locked in, listening, watching. And
you never listen a while ago.
Yeah, all the while.
But it's right now.
But right now, that was you to them, then that was...
So how long we have for
you do your thing to them.
He said how long you got for that?
2 minutes past 8. How long we have for that?
Well, I'll be behind with me at breaks there, so...
We'll take the break, then I'll come back.
All right, make we deal with the break.
Take the break.
And one of the major forces behind the marking of Emancipation Day and this year, marking it with us here in Belize, is a man really who needs no introduction. It's just Mutabaruka is here with us this morning in the show, and the man said he need a little bit more time to give him wrap up. So
I don't know how to find out how much time, you know.
You wrap up according to where you feel to wrap up, my brother. Cause
wrap up.
Yeah.
The word that wrap up. You know, all right. You see, we talk about education. Education right now is where African people need. You know, we have borrowed so much things from other people, and we don't know our thing. And when we say our thing, it comes like some alien thing. So most people, every time they think about Africa, they think about primitive Africa. When you think about Europe, nobody thinks about primitive Europe, because there was a time when white people used to live in a cave and all these things. But nobody thinks about Africa in Europe in that way. No, Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent with 50 different countries. So we have to take it step by step, that the Europeans come and divide up the land and claim parts of the land for themselves. So all of them land where you say Europeans have, including the Caribbean, is capture land. And you'll be surprised, even America is capture the land. Now land is the basis of power, and every human being connected to land. That a Chinese is a Chinese because he's connected to a land. He named Chinese because the land is connected to name China. An Indian, even though the Indian word become conspicuous because African people now call themselves Indian, West Indian, and them do have nothing to do with Indian. But the problem is that everywhere Europeans go, them call the people them Indian, Aboriginal Indian, the Amerindian Indian, all of them native Red Indian and them things. Now, if land is the basis of power and everybody connected to land, therefore, we as African people must connect ourselves not to the land that we were brought to, but the land we were brought from. And this is where the education starts. The education starts from where did all of these people that share a similar look and a similar characteristics came from? Obviously, they came from Africa. Now, what were the Africans doing in Africa before the Europeans come there, before the Arabs come there? Because the Arabs enslaved Africans, the Europeans enslaved Africans. What were we doing before? We must stop starting our history from slavery. Slavery is not African history. I will repeat that again, slavery is not African history. We were a system, we have systems, we have governments, we have family structures in Africa. We was dealing with science and technology long before Europeans come there. So we have now information that we need to gather. And there's no time like now where information is at your fingertips. You can just YouTube it, WhatsApp it, you can Google it, all the things that you can do for this little thing. So we don't have no excuse now. We say we don't know, because knowledge is power. And if you say you don't know now, that means you're a lazy brain. You deserve to be in slavery. No, I am saying to you now that what we as African people need to do is get education. Because for years we have been indoctrinated by the system. And the system is designed not to give you power, but to keep your colonial masters in power. The greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. And educated people will never educate you to take the power away from them, because the aim of powerful people is to keep you in subjugation to them, because that is how they make them riches, and that is how they keep themselves. So my message to you as African people, if you do a lot of it, don't want to say he's African, but you can't escape it. Because when you go to Europe, you're not Belize and you're not Jamaican. them see you as African. My message is that we have to seek a better quality of education. We have to demand from the people them in power to revamp all of these things that them call now in the education, because what we see happen over the years, it's not making us better. We see it. Maybe some of us get through the crack because a lot of us so corrupt that we prefer to sell out our own self, to get riches and glory and honor, than to really see that it's a collective thing. If one man is free and the others is not free, no man can truly say that he is free. Because the freedom of one is dependent on the freedom of all. So what we're searching for is not individual freedom, but a collective security. So we are saying education. The parents them must be educated, and in so doing now educate them children. You can't make your picnic come know things where you don't know, and what the picnic know is derogative to the development and involvement of themselves, but it's not really carrying them down in that situation. You must take the responsibility to make sure say your children get educated, whether they're going to school or not. You can't just make the school educate them. Because if you depend on the school to teach them things, they're going to turn out same like the politician and the preacher were out there now will control their life. Because the politician out there where you cuss, him was in a family structure, and him get the same education where the colonial master gave him, and come out and now you start to cuss him. And the cycle of madness going to keep going on and on, where nobody wants to cut it off somewhere and start over. African people will need to start over, because really and truly the thing will go fast. Everybody has developed themselves, and we are dependent on them, and call it independence. You can't independent if you're a man of your feed you, a man of your clothes you, a man of your tell you how to have sex, a man have to tell you what to wear, a man have to tell you what to eat. That is not independence. Independence when you, as an individual and as a nation, decide where you want to go, whether it's wrong or it's right. Because we must be given the opportunity to be wrong. We can't come use European logics continuously if we decide if we're wrong or we're right. We must start. The man who was trying to fly, the Wright brothers who was trying to develop airplane, you know what time they wrong? And them wasn't in the air 5 minutes when the plane got on. But that ushered in a new way of aviation. So we as African people have to realize that we have people who come and show with these things. We don't need no more hero. We don't need no more hero. We need to take responsibility for our action now. We need to take responsibility for the education of ourselves and of the people them around it. And we need to go without favor or fear. Because the only fear is fear itself. And the only time you're not going to fear is when you're dead. And we're not into the dead, because everybody must reach this out. What we're dealing with is a better life for ourselves, a better life for the human beings that's upon the earth. And we have to start with ourselves. We have to find that divinity in ourselves. The humanity that we search for must come from self. And that is really the message. Give thanks.
Respect Mutabaruka on WUB, Sister Yaya, give thanks. And I'm just reminding you that tonight this is only slight, make a give attention, but main course, feature length, that's tonight, 9 to 12, cutting edge, right here on Crim. Link it, and then, of course, Gateway Center tomorrow evening, full conversation led by Mutabaruka from 7 until 10 on Emancipation Day. Give thanks, Sister Yaya. Give thanks. Mutabaruka, we go to a break and then we
I just want to give the sister Yaya a really kudos, because she's very brave. Like me come out at that time, yeah. You know, because when we came the first time, you know, it's like excitement, Mutabaruka, it's not good to see in a white man country, but now it's a more serious time, and politicians them afraid of challenge. You know, and the preacher them afraid of challenge, and we is one when afraid to challenge these thinking and behavior. So we give thanks to the daughter, and I hope when we leave, you don't get yourself another problem.